The Chicago Bears just wrapped up day 2 of rookie minicamp. So in this video, I'm going to recap everything we learned from today. Before I get started, go ahead and drop a comment of your record prediction for the Chicago Bears this year. How many games are the Bears going to win with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams? Without further ado, jumping right in. Odunze did not participate today. He had hamstring tightness. Now, don't jump out of the window like Chicago Bears Twitter loves to do. Lots of people starting to say Kevin White vibes and all this crazy, just jumping out of the window, jumping to conclusions. It's probably not anything serious. It's nothing to worry about. It's just rookie minicamp. He has a little bit of tightness. And remember, head coach Matt Eberflus pushes his players a lot harder than most NFL teams do. So there is an adjustment to be made. So Rome had a little hamstring tightness, nothing serious, precautionary, no reason to push him in today's practice. Hopefully he's ready to go during OTAs. But just reflecting on yesterday, apparently Odunze was getting open in some 7-on-7 drills or team drills. And obviously that's what you expect the top 10 wide receiver to do against a bunch of rookies trying to even make a camp roster. But it's good to hear that, because you know, if it was the opposite, he wasn't getting open, you know, that'd be a little worrisome. But yesterday, Caleb Williams and Odunze made it look fairly easy with the rest of the rookie competition. Yeah, as far as Rome's interview goes, one thing that I kind of left out in my video yesterday that intrigued me is that he said when Caleb Williams watches film, I'm right there with him. He was talking about coming in as a rookie with Caleb Williams, being able to develop that chemistry on day one. These guys are turning into best buds, and you know, that's really cool to hear that Rome and Caleb are going over the playbook together. They're learning the verbiage together. They're watching film together. That's only going to strengthen their bond, and it's only just going to be a net positive for the Chicago Bears moving forward. As far as Caleb Williams goes, another sharp day. As you see in the video, he's dropping dimes, nothing too crazy, no pads, no defense, just route work. But again, if he wasn't hitting the target, we'd be talking about it. If the ball was hitting the ground, we'd be talking about it. It's supposed to look easy, and he made it look easy. Today was more of a light day. Like I said, no Odunze, so Caleb was just more or less going through the motions, learning how to command the offense. Rookie tackle Kiran said that Caleb Williams was already a locker room leader, which is great to hear. That, you know, sometimes rookies can take a little bit of time to get into the flow of things and get used to the NFL, but Caleb Williams is really just taking charge on day one. And like Kiran said, he's a day one locker room leader, and I hope that translates over to when the veterans get in during OTAs and he's with the rest of the team. Speaking on Caleb Williams also, he is a trend setter. There's a bunch of debate going on online of him doing the bear claw. Some people think it's corny, some people think it's cringy, but nonetheless, he's a trend setter. He made it his thing. Everyone's doing it. He got the head coach, Matt Eberflus, doing it. He got Ryan Poles doing it. The whole team picture is doing it. I just think it's so cool how much passion and energy Caleb Williams is bringing to Chicago. I love Justin Fields. I will never talk bad about Justin Fields ever. Just the difference in personalities. Justin Fields was more of a stoic type of person, a little bit more robotic. You could tell that he was a lot more nervous his rookie year. Caleb is so relaxed, lean back. He's comfortable in his skin, and he has no problems letting his true character show, his true personality show, whether it's for the cameras, behind closed doors, on the field, whatever the case may be. You love that passion. It's something that the greats like Tom Brady had. Maybe Tom Brady wasn't as silly or goofy, but when those big games are being played and you see the passion coming out of those great quarterbacks, that's something that I love from Caleb Williams. He is so passionate when it comes to football, and he loves being a Chicago Bear. Third-round rookie tackle Kiran, like I said in the last video, he has a leg injury. He's recovering from a surgery that he had in October of 2023, so he's not going to participate during OTAs. He is still doing rehab, getting back to full game speed. Hopefully he should be good to go by the start of training camp. I believe that's at the end of July. One cool story with Austin Booker, the rookie defensive end that the Bears traded up into the 5th round to draft him. He has been in contact with Raiders star pass rusher Max Crosby. I love to hear that. During the whole draft evaluation and draft process, a lot of guys had Max Crosby as Austin Booker's comparison. A lot of people said that his game resembled Max Crosby's, his frame. Obviously, Max Crosby is an all-pro. He's a superstar. Nobody's saying that Austin Booker is Max Crosby. But the frame is very similar, and the fact that he's already in contact with him and learning from him, I mean, what more do you want to hear? If Austin Booker can learn things from Max Crosby, one of the best in the game, and eventually become a formidable person on the defense, that is just huge for the Bears. Bears' new defensive coordinator, Eric Washington, said that Austin looked great in practice yesterday and today. Austin said he was working on his get off, his pad level, his hand usage, just the basic fundamentals. He's a very long defensive end. He has very long legs, long arms, so they're teaching him how to use his length. Eric Washington said that he can be a contributable player on this defense this year and eventually be a formidable person on the defensive line. And Eric Washington is a defensive line specialist. He was there with the Bears back in the Lovie Smith days. He was there with the Buffalo Bills coaching up their defensive line. So the Bears D-line is very young. There's a lot of players that are still raw. Hopefully we see a year or two jump with Javon Dexter and Zach Pickens. That'd be huge for the Bears defense. But I love Austin Booker. The coaching staff loves him. It seems like he fell a little bit in the draft. Some people said if he went back to college, he probably could have been a first rounder. Some people mocked him as high as a second and a third rounder. So that's just a huge steal that the Bears got. And so far, he's looking up to par with NFL talent. The punter the Bears drafted, Tory Taylor, signed his rookie contract today. So he is locked in. He's the first out of the 5 to sign his rookie contract, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. He's the first I saw. I believe he's the first that we signed. Yesterday, he was working on his deep ball. Like I said in yesterday's video, he did mess up a couple punts, but it wasn't a big deal. He still had more good punts than bad punts. One thing Tory said today was that he has to adjust to the wind. And he said, I guess that's why they call it the Windy City. So yeah, coming from where he came from, just punting, moving into the NFL to a very windy city, that is an adjustment. Today, he worked on inside the 50, so he was working on his pinpoint accuracy, getting backspin on the punt, making sure he can pin the defense, pin the opposing offense in the 10 into the 5, which he was a master at in college, and that's what's going to make him a true weapon for the Bears whenever we do need to punt. He also mentioned that they did the wet ball drills, so they got the ball really, really wet so he can practice to punt the ball in any condition. So, you know, in Chicago, it can be anything on game day. Sometimes the weather can just change on a dime. If you're in Chicago, you know that. So great to hear from Tory Taylor out of rookie minicamp so far. One thing that was kind of funny, he said, so he's Australian. His whole family still lives in Australia. He said his mom keeps asking him, when's the next time you're coming home? And he was like, Mom, the longer I'm here, the better things are, so stop asking. I love to hear that. He also said he just can't believe that he's a Bear. Only other note that I have of today actually isn't from a rookie. So the Bears special teams coordinator said, he just raved on about Velus Jones' ability, his speed, his strength. And with the new NFL kick return rules, Velus Jones is going to be a legitimate threat on kick returns. You know, the NFL changed it to where everyone has to line super far back and no one can move until they catch the ball. So it's going to be real cool to see what Velus can do back in kick return. A lot of people want him to be cut. He's safe. He's not going anywhere. He is the Bears kick returner. So, like I said, pretty light day today. Nothing too major news-wise going on with the Bears. Next up is going to be the OTAs. The entire team is finally getting together. We're finally going to get some footage of Caleb Williams throwing to DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet. You got DeAndre Swift out of the backfield, Khalil Herbert. I mean, I'm just so excited. I can't wait until the rest of the Bears get together, and I will be covering everything Chicago, everything that I can find on Bears practice that I like to encapsulate all of the news, all of the video footage that I can find for you guys, as long as it's not infringing on copyright. So with all that being said, go ahead and click on the next video, and I'll see y'all there.